Bike at it like bad habits.
Back at it. Give me another one. Like what?
Back at it
Like we left something.
Like we left something.
Back at it like baggage claim.
Back at it like we ran away from the table and left my keys. That's how I'm back. I left my keys. I tried to run off on that ticket.
Better do like we used to do at Cocoa Beach. God bless the dead. Me and Wood go to Shoney's and they bring your receipt to the table. You go to the bathroom and tear that thing up and walk out.
Take the Brown to the Super Bowl.
Walking back down the, I forget what street that is, Jones. Every car that's coming, you think there's somebody coming to get you from Shoney's.
Hey, man.
And we got a pocket full of money.
Speaking of Shoney's is still open.
No
in
way.
Orlando. What?
I haven't seen one of them in
They got
years.
like 5 in Orlando.
Wow.
I don't believe that. Look it up.
Wow.
And
Hey,
if they do got one, they got to be like on the strip.
Listen.
hey, look, you talking
I
about that
promise
eat and
you.
run? I remember when I was little, I could have said this, but I never forget. But I was little, and I was a freshman. And I went out with the seniors, the varsity basketball players. So we go to the restaurant.
You sitting there.
They sitting there. They like, are we ready? I'm looking around. I don't know. They get up, everybody going. I'm still sitting there. It was right at the ABC. The
ABC
time limit
Pizza?
going. ABC Pizza right
Yeah.
on Hillsboro.
I don't know, Jones. That might
There's
have been
282 Shoney's left.
Wow.
In
on,
17
on planet
states.
Earth.
Yes.
That's not very good. Those ain't very good odds.
No, they're not. They should be 13. They should be 1,300. But I'm saying there's multiple Shoney's in the old town.
They used to have a good breakfast buffet.
What? Them French toast sticks? What?
Yes,
With that
sir.
egg?
That's what I was trying
Yes,
to think.
sir.
What we used to go for.
Yes,
French
sir.
toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them French toast sticks was on it.
No, we used to eat and run at Shoney's every year in Cocoa and got a pocket full of money.
Hey man, so this the eat and run episode or what we talking about?
This the reminisce episode.
There's a Duff's still open.
Duff's.
Google it, because I can't remember. It's in Pinellas County somewhere.
I
There's a
don't use
Duff's.
Google. I use DuckGo.
I don't even know what that is. But
Right.
Duff's.
It's a search engine.
Duff's.
Oh my God, you went.
I'm
on the back
telling
right
you.
there, man.
Coach Eat and Run episode.
Because the statute of limitation ain't run out. Like, yours might have been over $400, Jones. That might be a felony.
It's a Duff's
It's in Pinellas County somewhere.
buffet, Clearwater.
Yeah,
And they got one in Bradenton.
that's funny.
I mean, they still having buffets.
Retirement community.
They're still having buffets and since COVID.
Them old people don't care, boy. They on a fixed income. They go in there to get them groceries, steal some chicken, take it back to the house.
I ain't had but one eat and run incident, and I was green to that. I didn't know what was going on. It was an eat and run one time with some fellas that I knew of, and they ran, and one dude left his wallet on the table. They got him. He had to pay for everything.
Yeah, he should have for being
Yeah.
stupid. Look, Mario trying to say the location for Duff's. He gonna sneak over there on the door.
Boy, I ain't been a listen, my favorite buffet was Ryan's in
Ryan. I forgot about
in,
It was one on
in
Fowler.
Alabama.
Well, you might not see them no more because of the
Yeah,
the COVID situation.
Coronavirus, it's getting real.
I remember when Golden Corral first hit. Boy.
Listen, listen. If you go to a Ryan's or Golden Corral in the South,
Right.
boy, it's different, boy.
Yeah.
Alabama, listen, that thing hit different. But we are talking about sports right now.
Yes,
Talking about
sir.
Olympics.
The Olympics big. They had came back around because it was supposed to have been last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
supposed to be in 20.
Now it's an odd year now.
Yeah,
So what they gonna do? They gonna go back to 24, or they gonna go to 25?
I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna go back to 24.
they'll
They're gonna
go
just
back
keep
to
it.
the,
I think so. You know how often the World Championships are?
What happened?
Do you know how often they do the World Championships?
years?
Every 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna fall around and we're gonna hit the Olympics. Then we're gonna come around next summer and they're gonna have the World Championships in Oregon for track and field.
Speaking of Olympics, I have a great motivation.
Oh, and for the record, Dream Team 2 would have beaten Dream Team 1. But go ahead.
Really?
He don't believe that.
Really?
I've always thought that.
We're gonna come back to that. Go ahead.
He's always thought that. I mean, he Dream Team 2.
Who guarding that Diesel?
All you gotta do is just foul him and he gonna miss the free throw.
What was the Diesel? Was it the Diesel was guarded his whole career, wasn't
Not very well.
he?
Not very well.
He was guarded his whole career, wasn't he?
Hey, to quote the man sitting to your left, when they go to changing rules because of you, you laying it down.
They changed rules because of him? Which rule?
Hack a Shack bullshit.
Oh, that rule. That rule. Quick Olympic reference. It being in an arena of training athletes and seeing multiple athletes try to stay motivated or whatever. I don't know where it came from, but I started saying it probably 8-9 years ago. And have y'all ever thought about, right? So when you're looking at improving on anything, right? How obsessive you have to become to improve, right? But if you're an Olympian, you're literally training for 4 years.
One shot.
To improve a tenth of a second.
Man.
You know what a tenth of a second does for you in a 100 meter, in a 200 meter?
Gold and bronze, different.
Gold and bronze. From being marketable to not even thought about.
Yeah.
4 years for a tenth of a second. Ponder on that.
Jones, remember, I think I brought this story up before. When we was younger, me and him was probably in junior high school. They had the Dan and Dave.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I remember that. That was a big thing.
Nike
Reebok.
contract. I mean, Reebok contract.
Was it Reebok or Nike?
It might have been.
And
Reebok.
One of them
What-
flamed
Reebok.
out. Like, one of them got to the...
Oh, he didn't even make the try. He didn't make the Olympics.
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
that was a huge,
It was Dave.
build up. It was Dave, yeah.
Because Dan
Yeah,
O'Brien
he
made it.
didn't.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Dan O'Brien. No, I'm sorry. I was going to say the wrong thing. That's Eaton. That's Ashton Eaton that has an eating place inside the New Oregon Pavilion where they do track. And he was the last. He was a big time.
I watched it. I always been just a sports enthusiast but Olympics, I watched like a lot when it came around. I remember when they found Ben Johnson on steroids.
That was huge.
Listen, I was a kid watching that race.
Huge.
Right? When I seen this guy step up to get in the blocks, right? I'm like, man, this dude looked like a linebacker.
Jacked.
Like I was like, this dude is huge.
Cut. Ripped.
Y'all ever
shredded.
thought about how did they find out so fast he was on the road?
So I remember when I
They
got
been
back
testing
to
him so much, man.
when I got back to school, there was a picture in Sports Illustrated, and it's like, it's kind of taken from, it's elevated a little bit, and he looking back, his eyes are as yellow as
Yes,
this
they
yeah,
dude.
he got
was.
jaundice.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, he had jaundice.
And like, it was like a photo taken, and they were like
It was kind of obvious.
immediately.
It was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
They just had to catch him. They just had to catch him. Now they definitely gonna do it after the race.
Right.
They definitely gonna do it after the
I'm
race.
surprised
but
he ain't
now,
burn a hole in
we're
the
looking at
cup
dude.
after
What's
the
the young
race.
dude that ran at Tennessee?
Straight up.
That ran at Tennessee.
Straight up.
Christian. The little short dude that ran Olympics, Christian. He had problems with drug testing because he didn't even show up and take his test.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, when you don't take the test, then it's automatic fail. Poop. You know what I mean?
What did Ben Johnson run that day?
979.
Woo.
A 9.79.
I do believe that's what it was because it was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, I think.
979.
979.
Let me verify that.
That ain't nothing now.
He ran by Carl Lewis though.
Let me take that back. That is something.
That's
Oh, I'm about to
impressive.
say, Coach.
That's impressive.
It's a little faster than I can go.
A little faster.
I think it was 979 though.
I think my first Olympic, being my memory is probably like the '84 Olympics because it was in L.A.
Yeah.
I remember Carl Lewis and stuff.
Right, Coach. 9.79.
Well, that's
remember
like
Carl
the women's
Lewis.
thing is excuse me. It's
10-49.
Yeah.
Flojo.
10.49 or 10.46, which all of a sudden that's looking like it can be broken. And go ahead, but I ain't mean to cut you
Until
off.
it gets broken. But
Until
who
it
is it,
gets
Flojo?
broken. Flojo.
Yeah.
Now, that was a big thing. She had a heart attack and all that, and some people saying it was because of steroid. They're doing her story. They're doing a movie
Yeah, I
on her.
heard.
It's what's the crazy girl?
Tiffany Haddish?
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
She doing the role.
But when you you're just going on your memory.
No, I was just saying
Okay.
that's
I'm
the
sorry,
first
Yeah.
Olympics that I remember. They was in Los Angeles. and
That
it
was
like
big.
'84. Yeah, that's
It
the
was
first
big.
one I remember.
Yeah, I watched it, and look forward to it. And I watched, everything. I mean, I was watching fencing. What's the one where they scrubbing the ball like this here? The thing.
That's curling. Yeah.
I mean,
Is that relatively new? Because I don't remember that back in the day.
No, that's been there for a long time.
No, that,
I remember curling.
It's so many to see them take, all of it in these sports and to find out the specialty and
And
specialization.
Y'all know they're
of
doing
some
3-on-3?
Are they?
This year they're doing 3-on-3.
That's right, they are.
What
What's happening? But the point, we can't get in.
Like some dog.
We need to call the Olympic Committee, man.
No, I'm connected.
Olympic Committee. But they got to be 40 and up, though.
Yeah, we definitely reached that. We all 40 and up.
Because if not, we could just go call Ice Cube and try to get on the court with them boys. Them old.
No, we gotta be 40 and up.
Oh, okay.
Make the call.
I'm like you though. I like the variety of the sport because
Oh,
I
man.
watch ping pong.
Me
in
too.
the Summer
So,
Olympics.
that's one of the most interesting things to watch.
Look at man, they be over there in another room over there hitting that thing.
Man,
You know, I always said we'll get it going. I get them backing up, and then I'm gonna just tap that bitch across.
I remember my brother was like, we went to the old JCC in Hyde Park, like on Horatio before you get to MacDill. They had a pool. So my brother was like, I'm gonna do like the dudes in water polo. So he over.
Oh my God.
That's what made me start watching water polo.
Yeah,
Man, I'm
that's
talking
good
about
too.
synchronized swimming.
And then when
Well, I watch it all, man.
when they show the underwater of the water polo, it ain't like they in 6 feet of water.
No,
Right.
no,
100%.
bro.
Even when you look
But
at
they
the
let in
synchronized swimmers,
16,
They
18
be
feet.
like this, so they be coming up out the water.
Yeah. The synchronized swimmers sitting there moving, nose
Yeah.
tied up. They
Yeah.
been turned feet.
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
do y'all
Yeah.
know how tough that is?
It's
Like,
tough.
It is.
and then the swimming side of it. You know what I mean? But obviously,
The diving.
the diving, seeing who can get the least amount of water, body aligned.
That's tough.
I mean,
That's crazy.
I'm always call it flipping, but we know it ain't flipping.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know,
it is.
but I'm gonna call it flipping. You know,
Greg
we gonna call it gymnastics.
Greg Louganis hit his
Cut it.
head on
I do
the-
I remember that.
one
Remember
vividly.
that?
I remember that.
I remember that one vividly.
Now I'm gonna go back when you was born.
78, March
Okay,
26th,
you
9,
you wouldn't
30
know
at
nothing-
night,
know
Easter
nothing about it.
Sunday.
Fine. Don't talk about Mark Spitz in 72.
No, I think it's the 70-something Olympics where they came in and took hostages and killed people and stuff.
Oh, that's 80. That's why.
Oh,
Huh?
that was in
And that was.
yeah.
Oh, that must have happened in 76. So then we boycotted in 80.
Yes.
So
No,
probably-
we boycotted 80 by some other, but it was it was 76 or 72.
Oh, they was in the village. They was in the
Yes,
Olympic Village.
yes.
Oh.
And then they showed the dudes with ski masks on.
Yeah, they was taking
had
hostages.
took a couple of hostages and stuff because it was somebody about a cause.
So they took a couple Olympians.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah. Yeah. Killed them. Yeah. It was a big thing. They was using the Olympics as a protest thing for, I forget exactly what it was. It's so long ago. But I never forget that. Watching the news, they had halted the games
That
for
might
a
be
minute.
76 then.
I think it was.
Because
I think it
72
was.
was the basketball. We got robbed against Russia or whatever.
I think about that all the time,
That's
too.
72, so-
Doug Collins was on that team. Y'all know
Doug
who he is?
Collins. Was he a high schooler?
No. No, it wasn't no
he
high
was at
school.
Southern. He was at Southern.
So they had to manipulate it to win the championship, huh?
Oh, it's probably the
It was the
worst.
Oh, I
worst.
seen it. It was terrible.
That was the worst thing I ever seen.
I just seen the highlight. I didn't actually see the game.
I mean,
They brought him back on the court.
hey,
They
I
brought him
saw
back
the
on court.
game.
oh boy,
Yeah.
I saw the
you had to
game.
be livid.
Yeah.
I remember.
Steven.
I remember in '88.
It was a bad
when-
picture, too.
I remember.
With the screen you got is a bad picture.
I remember when in '88 when
What we do the
when
rush
Big
right
John
now
did.
on the hoop tip? What we do the rush right now?
We beat them by
Crush.
15. We beat them by 15.
15.
Well, ain't gonna be much more than that now. Ain't gonna be much more than that. You better
Nah,
watch
nah.
out for Argentina and
Now
all
maybe
them
with
now.
all these snipers we got some snipers now. We got some outside shooting. So maybe
In the Olympics, they don't be hitting nothing.
I know they
When
never
with that
do.
adjusted line, I'm telling you something now.
And that ball.
God,
Yes, sir.
That ball.
They make a difference.
That ball
They don't-
make a
They don't be
difference.
hitting it like that.
they don't. I remember in '88 when Big John was the coach.
Yeah.
And
But they-
Ken
they-
Anderson, they lost.
They say that was the wrong team because he was so defensive oriented.
Ken
They
Anderson
couldn't score.
That's what led to the dream team. John Thomas was the coach. Ken Anderson was on that team. Somebody else was on that team, and they lost.
Yeah.
And then in '92 they brought the pros on.
Argentina gonna be tough though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll beat them by about 15.
Hey, Wiggins, Canada gonna be all right. Well, Wiggins on there.
But they got a bunch of
Canada
guys
trying
in
to
the
do
league.
something.
They had a few years that they started
Jamal
pulling
Murray
them
would
up.
be
Yeah.
on Team Canada.
But yeah,
But
he-
he hurt.
yeah.
If he ain't still hurt.
He hurt. Wiggins. What was the kid that lights came? Is it Corey?
Did y'all
Joseph?
see the dudes we got on the team now? I'm trying to see who the post.
Lillard,
Kevin
Tatum.
Love? Kevin Love the post?
Kevin Love is on the team.
Kevin Love on the team.
Is he?
Yes, sir.
We need to go old school post.
Draymond Green. What a size.
We need to
I
go
know
old
Kevin
school
Love's
post.
6'10", 6'11", but
So, I mean,
We need to go
coach
old
ain't
school
size,
post.
coach. And that's old with, coach.
I see that.
I mean, that's old with. Look at
Put the white on that thing. Just rim run.
If he stopped being with his antics,
It's antics. You sick of the antics?
The white be balling. The white a Hall of Famer.
Nick don't believe that.
hey,
Nick don't believe Dwight Howard is a Hall of Famer.
listen. I don't watch the Olympics. I watch the Olympics. I don't watch rowing.
Coach, I watch all of it. I'm talking about the guy sitting and I watch everything.
Yeah, it's
Like I'm not exaggerating. Like I watch.
I won't watch Rowan.
I do.
listen, it's interesting,
Like
man.
I'm telling them boys.
And when
be
you see
sitting
that,
up,
and that boat be inching and it coming closer, and they be passing
yeah, they
at
be
the
passing
line.
and they be trying to catch up.
Yeah.
And them boys back look like Ninja Turtles. You
What's
want
the,
to like a turtle?
What the,
You know the one I think most interesting in the Winter Olympics? When they do the skiing and they get to a certain point and they got to get out and shoot, pow, and then they get up and
see,
they
I
be
don't
trekking
watch the
across
Winter
country.
Olympics.
No, but see that I like that bobsled. I like that
The
bobsled.
Jamaican bobsled team.
Bobsled team. I like that bobsledding.
Get,
I like a couple of
who's the woman, name the woman that's got, I don't know if she had got a medal. But it's a woman that went from running track to the bobsled team. Young
Coach.
girl.
What's up, Coach, with all this trivia right now, though?
I know Herschel. I know Herschel Walker.
Hey,
had a
that
little race.
Woman. Lolo Jones. You know who Lolo Jones is?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went from the hurdling to the bobsled.
Sure did.
She always kind of fall off in the Olympics, don't she? It always she'll fall or to be something.
Yeah, unfortunately, because she was tough
Yeah.
in the hurdles.
Man,
With the LSU.
what's your favorite event?
Probably water.
Fencing? I think you like fencing.
No, I like water polo. Cause I can't swim, and that just amazes me how they do that. Like how y'all on top of the water like this?
Yeah,
Like
that's
I don't
impressive.
understand that.
It is. I thought you were gonna.
I like fencing.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say fencing or
like it.
or
you
diving
you being there just swinging.
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
trying to
camera.
get my little.
or swimming. You know
You
what I'm
gotta
saying?
get it with a tip though.
Oh,
That's how they do it with a tip and then the beep.
Yeah.
oh, I be.
You can't just.
Oh, I can't be like Zorro.
No, you can't Zorro it. I mean, that's a fallacy. I mean, come on.
What's yours, Rick?
I mean, I like that track and field.
That's
Oh
my,
yeah,
that's my
track and
favorite.
field.
I
Yeah.
like
That's
that
my
track and field.
favorite.
I'm talking about the long jump, the pole vaulting.
What's
and
the one,
then
Jones?
That 200.
Yeah.
That 100.
Yeah.
The fastest 10 seconds you gonna see.
Well, now this year they got the marquee race now, the Little Muhammad on the 400 hurdles.
Steeplechase. That's what I was trying to
Oh,
say.
the Little Muhammad.
Oh,
but
but
then,
I like Steve because somebody get their head bust every time.
every time.
Every
But-
time.
But you got to sit in front of TV for a while though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
that's
keep
what-
coming back to
They
that.
come back.
Yeah. You
You
like,
know.
when the steeplechase come, when steeplechase is 30 minutes, you be like, all right, I'll come back.
Yeah,
you
come
know what I
back to
mean?
that. I
But
catch the end.
you're gonna, and the sad part about it, you literally got to watch that one because if you go into your major networks, they ain't giving you no highlights.
Well, now they do different channels. That's what I like too. You can change channel. They're gonna have all the NBC channels involved.
Okay.
See, you can go to another channel that's gonna be boxing.
It's so
Another
many
channel
it's
gonna
so,
be-
it's so many changes. That's one thing I don't get a chance to watch enough of. in
Now,
Olympic
did you know
boxing.
this? Did you know each home country they get to put in a sport?
Huh?
Yeah. I
So
do
why we
believe-
can't put in American football?
Stop.
You ain't got enough people play it.
Yeah.
Stop. Olympic football, who gonna play? You gonna be like, oh, we gonna create a dream team in football?
If I'm not mistaken, each home country put in a sport they want in.
Sport. That
yeah.
sport is not played nowhere else
Nope.
Yeah.
but here.
Nope.
Australia football.
No, we don't want that. We don't
You
want
don't,
that.
you don't want, you don't want that smoke. We got to put equipment on
They're a
ours.
little too tough. We don't want none of
Real
that.
tough.
Have you ever watched that? Watched them
That
do
rugby.
I don't understand it, but it's tough.
It's physical.
Different.
Jones, I will say a guilty pleasure of mine. This is gonna sound weird.
Uh-huh.
Whether it's the men's or the women's side. And I know we all come from the same genetic gene pool, but I love the USA Jamaica rivalry in the 100, like the men's and the
Oh, no
women's.
question.
Oh, I love it.
No question.
I love
I'm gonna
it.
tell you what's really good too now.
Yeah,
Beach
that's tough.
volleyball.
Oh, that is.
Yes,
tough.
sir.
Beach volleyball.
But you know,
real
girl
good.
didn't qualify this year. They didn't
Who?
qualify. They done won so
Misty.
many, and
Misty
Train.
May ain't in there no
Oh,
more.
Misty May.
No,
It was
I
Misty
saw-
May and
Yeah,
Carrie.
I go back.
something.
I go back to Cards Karate.
Way back
Oh, yeah,
now.
you caught karate.
Yeah. Now
Gabrielle
that's-
Reese.
And they inside.
I go back.
That's real good.
I mean, yeah, you just stop going back. That's
You
that-
know
that's that
Gabrielle
old- that's that
Reese?
old
I
heyday.
think Gabrielle Reese, she either went to Tampa Prep or Coach Shalou coached her or something
Coach
like
Shalou
that.
probably coasted.
Yeah. Carol Shalou, that used to be at Tampa Prep. She coached.
Man, look, yeah, that Jamaican USA
They
rivalry.
be picking them up, putting them down, boy.
But Jamaica been doing their thing.
I think that run over. That run was spearheaded by one and only Usain.
Dude,
He just had twins.
Oh, I did see that.
He just had
Yeah,
twins.
probably
Yeah, one of them was named Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
And the other was named
Saint Leo
Saint
or
something
something.
boat. Yeah.
They probably gonna be slow and unathletic.
Imagine that.
It could happen.
Speaking of, I mean, have you ever thought about his dominance?
Since I've been watching track and field, I go.
When I look at
I'm
the
big
Olympic-
on YouTube. I go to YouTube and I watch all the old races
Is
and
his
relays.
run was he more dominant than Edwin Moses or Michael Johnson?
I think so.
In terms of winning at the Olympics
I'ma-
and stuff,
I'ma
yes.
see- I'ma
Edwin
see.
Moses won
And he
something
won-
like
but he won-
49 straight races.
But he won the World Championships twice too, though.
Who did Bolt?
Doing that run when he broke the record.
Yeah. No, he's the greatest sprinter of all time.
I want to see his resume versus
now before-
Michael Johnson.
Oh no,
Oh,
he
no,
got
I-
Michael
he-
Johnson.
He got Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
But Michael Johnson came in with that big, like Michael Johnson changed the landscape that year. He came in and dominated the 100 and the 200. Boy, listen, boy, Michael Johnson.
Two
tried
and
to
the four.
keep- I mean, the 2 and the 4. I'm
Two and
sorry.
the 4.
The 2 and the 4. But when Usain started running, Michael Johnson called himself still being in the.
Oh, they overlap.
Yeah, they overlapped. Man,
Oh, it was like the Terminator 1 against the Terminator 2.
Yeah.
man, he got
He just-
destroyed.
Evolution. It be like that sometimes.
Like, it wasn't even close.
But you know,
though.
Bo used to run the 4.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, he used to run the 4, and then he had the World Junior Championships. I think in the 2.
Who you talking about?
Usain.
Yeah.
I just like it.
Oh, so that
He was at the under
kid from
20
Hillsborough, the young boy, just broke his junior
Yeah,
record.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like his swagger. Jokers that run across the finish line, beating their chest, breaking records, boy.
Yeah, he was tough.
See, I hate that
I look.
because whatever you took the record to, it could have been more.
Yeah.
True.
They
I
all
I
do
watched
that.
I watched Sha'Carri the other night. She ran
And she
30
ripped-
yards ago. She pointing at the clock. So you ain't running at your top. You slowing down looking at
Right.
the clock. She might have could have, and she ran a 10.64, pointing at the clock from 30 yards out and like meters out. And like Otto Boulder say, if you pointing at it at 30 meters, you were thinking about it at 50 meters.
Yeah, she
halfway
will.
in the race.
She driving.
You know what I mean?
She
so
driving.
I hate when they do that. Go
I'll
on,
smoke
go
her,
on get
though.
the record.
Yeah, Mario.
I'll smoke up.
Mario got on real speed.
Y'all know
Yeah.
how big she is?
About 5'2".
4'11",
5'1". I think they said she 5'1".
but
She
she
ain't
moving.
bigger than a breath, but she getting it.
But she moving.
So now this is what you ask yourself. All them muscles and stuff that they was running with before, look how slim they is now. They ain't so jacked no more.
They not, yeah.
Yeah, they functional, coach. If you think about it.
Because Gail Divas and all them, they used to be bottom
Jack.
heavy.
Oh my God.
Jack.
But old girl wasn't that Jack though.
Who?
Florence.
Flojo was put together.
Oh, she was put
But
together.
she wasn't like
she
old
was
girl.
She was
Yeah, she was longer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
like
long,
she
yeah.
wasn't.
Gail Divas.
She had one of the
Gail
longest.
Divas was-
She had one of the
Yeah.
longest strides ever.
She
too.
did.
Yeah, Gail Diva's legs was like
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Did y'all see the boy from Florida win the 200 in the NCAAs?
No.
I did. I seen that.
Seen
Flying.
it? Longest stride ever. His stride longer than Bolt's.
And both 6'4", right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
His stride longer than
6'4".
Bolt.
You know
He
what's
gets a
crazy?
horrible start, but he coming. You better hold on. He coming.
But you know what's crazy is I remember when they were talking about. That's why Usain started in the 400. I remember. I didn't know he started 400. They were talking
Yeah.
about him running the 200. That was his actual event, the 400 to 200. But they were talking about how they didn't let him run the 100 because they felt like he was too tall.
Because they used to be short.
Yeah, they was like, and everybody was short.
It's amazing, like, now that where we are now.
To hear some of that stuff.
Yeah, like, I look back at some stuff you heard in sports, like, you know more about baseball. I guess they were saying A-Rod or Cal Ripken, them guys too big to play shortstop. You know what I'm saying? Or you hear random sports
the
myths
best
that were
thing you know is
horrible.
the best thing you know is Ozzie Smith.
Yeah, but people wasn't that big and moving like they do
Right.
now.
So I guess it was making people uncomfortable. Oh, he's too tall to run the 100. Why? Let him run it.
Like, we touched on the evolution. When you
Right.
look at the evolution of music, look at the evolution of sports.
Oh, my God,
Just from
yeah.
a physicality standpoint.
Man,
Y'all remember Maurice Green?
Huh, yes.
That dude legs looked like it was that big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching something a couple of years ago on LT, and he was saying when he first came in, he was 6'4", 240. He was a big linebacker. Man, LT said towards the end, they started single blocking him with a tight end. See, they picking him up, throwing him. These dudes 270, 260.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, like,
it's
you didn't think you would see. You remember back in the day, Cincinnati had a big safety. David Fulcher was a huge safety.
Yeah.
He wasn't really mobile. He was
I
like,
remember
hey,
him.
you remember
I
Fulcher?
him, yeah.
Now you got Sean Taylor. This guy 6'3", 235. You know all these big old safeties.
It changes, man.
It
you
evolves.
know, one of the biggest moments in sports, period, was Jesse Owens. when he
Right,
ran in
I watched the
Berlin.
Jesse Owens story
And Hitler
years
was
ago.
in power at that time.
Right.
I mean, and they had the master race theory.
Now you
and
talking
all
about
that.
pressure. That's a
Pressure,
word
now
that gets
that's pressure.
overused.
That's pressure.
You
running in front of Hitler. Matter of fact, Jesse Owens won, and when he got ready to get his medal, they said Hitler walked out.
Yeah.
He walked out of the stadium.
Oh, you was running in front of who?
Adolf.
Adolf.
Yeah.
Mr.
Mr. Master
Mr. Holocaust.
Race. Yeah. Mr.
The
Master
Mein
Race.
Kampf himself.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he ran in front of him, and he.
Thank y'all for the information.
Yeah,
That's
blew
pressure.
the theory out of the water. Because not only the Master Race, but then we were nothing.
Well, yeah, you got, but again, it goes back to that evolution. We couldn't even participate in certain sports.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? At a certain amount of time. Now we have the Olympics.
Yeah,
And now you look at
The Olympics got some of the greatest moments ever. With that, you got Tommy Smith and what you call it with the black gloves.
John
Yep.
Carlos.
John Carlos,
Carlos,
yeah.
yep,
You know what I
John
mean?
Carlos.
There's some big moments in there.
and look at
Bro, Al Michaels'
What's my-
entire career was made
On the Olympics.
On the
on the Olympics
Yeah.
when he said, "Do you believe in miracles?"
Yeah.
yeah.
Nobody knew who he was before that.
What's my what's the little gymnast name? The little
Mary Lou?
no, the one
No.
right now. Who's the first one who
Simone
did a
Biles?
quadruple?
Simone Biles.
Simone Biles. I mean, look at. I mean, she's the first gymnast to win. What is it? 4 medals on 4 different events or something like that.
And she got
Yeah, she does. She
got 7 national titles
yeah
in a row.
in a row.
Tough.
She doing the stuff she doing. Some of the dudes having a hard time. doing.
And the one flip, they named the flip out the other.
Yes.
She's the only one can do
She
it.
the only one can do it.
Like no man can do it or nothing. It's like
It was somebody that week that could have did it.
yeah, somebody that we could do that. I could have did that though. Probably
Not,
broke
no,
my neck.
not you. Somebody else.
No, I could have did that though. Plenty of matches I flipped off of and walking on my hand doing flips.
She got so much power when she hit that
Somebody the
horse
weaker.
so high, she getting in them flips, and you can count them. It's hard to see.
It's like a quadruple
But
twist or something that
crazy.
she do. It's some ridiculous, man. But
Straight power.
and I think a lot of sports fans right now is in great and they exuding so much happiness because you got the finals leading right into the Olympics.
Yes.
Right now. Usually
Yes.
one like that because of COVID and shade and everything. You're going right from basketball to the Olympics.
Olympics.
It literally ends like 2 days before.
Well, we went out for so long, and then everything's now
Yeah.
getting crammed in. Everything
So
comes
So
back.
what would the Olympics be over?
The Olympics will be over. I think we're running about
August.
3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3-4
And then
weeks.
so the season go start like in October. Like
Well, no, you'll go right into football.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the NBA. It always starts like late
October,
October.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
around
so
Halloween.
I don't know if they ended it now and then starting back up. Like I think that's probably why they compress the season. But when you talk about, listen, and all your NBA guys, man, fine and not your not your team trainers, man. Find you somebody to go work on that body, man, because that's a lot of wear and tear on that frame, man.
He says a pretty good trainer at Legacy Athletics.
It is. Right here in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, right here in Tampa, Florida. Yeah, we can get it done.
Oh no.
To see that, man, and knowing, like we touched on earlier about the Olympians right now, like they've been training for how long?
4 years for one race.
Bro, that's discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline,
That's
coach,
discipline.
man. All of us right now, y'all don't have social. Listen, I have social media because of business, right? But I'm not a heavy on
That Love about to drop too.
Love Infusions, crafted cocktail, DeLoveInfusions.com.
I just want to know, do we get like a sample? 'Cause
Oh,
we
it's
on the
gonna be
panel
right
and all
every
that?
time.
Okay, all right.
All the bottles and the flavors every time.
Don't give me no sample because then I'm gonna feel like I ain't got to pay. So don't even start me off with that. Let me go on and pay.
No. I'm gonna give you a
Pay it
sample.
like that. No, don't
Yeah,
give
I'm
me
gonna
no.
give you a
Don't give
sample.
me a
Oh
sample.
no, because after a sip last week, he told me he was drunk.
Man, he was twisted. Did you see him, coach? But that boy was over here like this. I'm like, what's wrong with that, man? Listen, go back and watch that podcast. I said, I'm looking at him. I'm like this here. He don't see me though. I'm like, Devin, you got something to my. No, I'm just listening. I say, boy, he twisted.
I don't got it no more,
Listen.
Jones. My run with that alcohol is over.
Man,
But
listen.
Coach mentioned discipline about the Olympics earlier,
Yeah.
and when you look at just the level of discipline, I this is where I give the praise and the kudos to today's athlete that can focus for a certain amount of time. It's so hard to do things nowadays because everything is being taken away from you mentally. You know what I mean? When you can go on your phone and access certain things, and there's TV and all that. Okay, if your friends say, okay, I'm going to play the game, and you like, you know what? I want to go work out, but then you want to play the game. Well, which one is more appeasing and pleasing to the mind? It's that game. It's not that actual.
So would you
workout.
say that the biggest difference between stars and superstars, or a regular player and a great player, or a regular player and a star is discipline?
No question. No question. No doubt about
Yeah.
it when it comes down to that, because it sticks out like a sore thumb every single year. I don't know why we surprised.
No, we shouldn't be.
We mention guys that get hurt, or guys that are now ringing bells in the playoffs and doing what they do. Those guys were prepared. Those guys prepared themselves for that. It ain't just their talent sticking out.
And see
It's a reason. Still, right now, Ben Simmons can't make a 12-footer. Okay,
that's ridiculous.
But him not being able to make a 12-footer, at the end of the day, that's what it is. He's still, for him, he's still a max guy. But when you look at a guy,
All-Star team,
made an All-Star team. You know what I mean? He's making max money.
But watch this, Jones. The media killed him so bad here as of late. He won't make the All-Star team next year, and he could be averaging 17, 10, and 5. He won't make the All-Star team.
I think he'll still get voted in. You don't think so? If not, then I mean,
Is he,
but we know what
he not. I don't think he playing for Australian Olympics either.
Probably not.
Oh, probably won't.
He got to work on his game.
Jones, so like that's so like.
But I'm only
Jones,
mentioning
he's so like this is the first time he's been faced with that.
right,
So
Which
could
is
you imagine-
incredible to me.
which is incredible.
Could you imagine like all right,
Two national championships in he faced a little scrutiny at LSU. He won 2 national championships in high school. You know what I mean?
on cruise control?
On cruise control.
Got to LSU.
Got
you
it.
know, if that's my son, I'm telling him, look, we playing hard now, but be careful out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Number one pick. In regards to that, but I'm going to mention him because when it comes down to it, when the going get tough, I've seen so many different things where when you look at athletes and their preparation, take somebody like Michael Clayton when he first came in the league. Remember Michael Clayton played for the Bucks, right?
See, yeah.
Great first year. So I remember having a conversation about like one of the Bucks fans coming to me like, "But we got Michael Clayton." I was like, "Great year." Now show me the next year when teams start preparing for you. I use him as a reference because now he has some injuries and all that, but when teams start to prepare for you, it looks totally different. Like this ain't like what Trae Young is doing ain't surprising to Trae Young.
No.
They were screaming overrated in the crowd when he was in high school. This guy's prepared for this.
Yeah, but like a guy like Michael Clayton Reed just wasn't that good.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
That's
is,
all.
But when you have the year that you have in regards to
Now
preparation,
we're gonna separate it and prove it.
prove it like preparation. It's all preparation.
So like how Jones was talking about discipline, and I guess within reason, like, and I don't know why I'm thinking about.
Well, you gotta
these
have
two
some talent to
players.
go with discipline.
No doubt.
Like-
We ain't.
Like
we ain't had.
what's my boy name? Hurt his knee with Denver.
Murray.
Yeah, like I think that's who he is. Like he's
Oh, no question.
reaching, 6, 7-time All-Star. I think he's getting everything out of it, and he works really hard.
Right.
That's it, which ain't gonna be bad.
No, it
Probably
ain't.
end up
It
being a
ain't.
Hall of Fame. You go to
Right.
8, 9 All-Star games, but then you get a guy who works just as hard as him, Kevin Durant, 7 feet tall, and can do everything that you can do.
Yeah, but here's a great comparison. I'm glad you just mentioned that. What's the difference between him and Damian Lillard?
Who?
Murray.
I think Damian
Who
Lillard.
you think
I think
talent wise, like coming in?
I think Damian Lillard has more talent than him, and I think Damian.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think Damian Lillard
I
is a
don't think
click
so.
above him as a player too.
He's definitely a click above him as
Oh,
a player,
as a
but,
player, but
I don't think he had more talent than Murray.
I don't think he
Yeah.
had more talent coming in.
I think
No.
he's sneaky athletic.
It's a reason he went to. It's a reason Lillard went to a school where he went, and Murray went to Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Came in and being a highly talented rookie.
You talking
like
about-
I'm talking about like Tyson,
like coming in.
like
Yeah.
coming in, like just
Oh.
just talent versus talent.
I guess allegedly Murray had more talent.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, but I'm saying like
But
when
that
you look
ain't-
at
that
it,
ain't
saying,
what it-
okay,
that's not what it's-
We know Damian Lillard definitely works hard, and he's created everything.
He not on the Olympic team.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, he accepted
Yeah,
the offer.
yeah. If you talking about
You'd be
all
a
the
fool
stuff-
not to get on there now, cause that's money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Why
it's a level of marketability. It's
But
a
that's
level
what I
of
was-
mon-
that's what
you know
I
what I mean?
was talking
That
about.
they don't get compensated heavy.
Well, I
like
think
that.
that's why Durant going.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And Durant want to play. Durant like he wants to keep playing. Like
Yeah.
Durant, you know what I mean? But it's like when you look at that discipline, the point you made is definitely on point. But it's like, okay, we know some guys can cap out. obviously where they
Yeah,
talent
like
level is.
I think Murray is capped out. Like that's as good as like we've seen the best of him. I don't think he ever gonna come in and average 30, 10, and 5.
But when you say, okay, now, Ben,
and cap, that ain't a bad word.
No, it ain't.
I just think Dame Lillard is like that. Like
no,
I
Dame
think
Lillard is that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Before we run out of time and get on down the line, let's address this dream team
Debate.
Oh, 1 versus 2. So are we talking about
Oh, here we go. Here goes addendum. Are we talking about what?
presently constructed, or are we talking about if everybody's in their prime?
Everybody in their prime.
Oh, well, nah.
We got a different narrative now. We got. See, this is what I love about this guy, folks.
I think
This is what I love about him. I don't
let
tell
me-
him this. I love you
me
because
just
you know
say
why? This panel that's up here is authentic.
Let me say
it
this.
ain't like, oh man, you know
Let me
what,
say this.
man.
So that would mean a healthy Isaiah and a healthy Mark Price and a healthy Larry Johnson before the back goes out.
Uh-huh.
That what we talking about?
Yeah.
Guard play advantage. We definitely go isolate Magic and make him guard somebody.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Obviously, they got the advantage at the 2 with Mike. On the block, I think we definitely got the advantage.
Okay.
You got
gonna win.
Big
versus,
Shaq.
versus Shaq. We done seen them go at it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
You
ain't like it was complete dominance.
No, it was not.
You
But-
ain't gonna
but-
get his. You gonna get his.
But so if you had to pick,
Oh, you know I'm picking Shaq. Come
all
on.
right then. So stop talking crazy.
I ain't talking crazy. I'm just
So
saying.
now we talking about. So who's on 2?
I think
Sean Kemp.
I think
you got DC. You got Shaq.
You know why he like too?
No. You got Smitty. You know the biggest part of that is Magic's inability to guard somebody. Cause what happened in the finals that year when they swept the Lakers, and they just went 1-4 flat and made Magic try to guard somebody, and they swept them.
Yeah.
Cause Magic can't stay in front of nobody. So do you take Magic off the floor
You
and let Pip play the 1?
You eventually will,
eventually, but
and you can.
you can
And
hire
let Pip
people.
play the
Yeah.
1?
You can hire people. Magic might go in the post.
Yeah.
I just heard
think I
something
like
the other day
two.
about Magic was saying he think it's time to get LeBron off the point. He getting late in his career. He need to go down to that forward.
That's why I tried to get Westbrook. That's why I tried to get Westbrook.
I don't want to hear Magic talking.
That's why I tried to get Westbrook.
Other than on TV,
Westbrook.
He talking about LeBron hurt his ankle this year. He got to get people to come in and stretch him. What are you talking about? What is Magic talking about?
He say some crazy stuff. He do.
That's what he got
You
to
know
do.
why? Because he can.
'Cause he can.
And he a billionaire. Tokyo Magic.
He got to get people to come in and start stretching him.
Listen. Hey.
Nobody has ever taken care of anybody like LeBron. He's stepped on somebody's foot.
Let me ask you this
They
though.
say that man's
Somebody gotta get somebody
obnoxious
to
with his
stretch.
friends.
Yeah, he is, and that's just
Ask me
that's
what.
a
I want to
bad.
hear. Because you know
moment
Dream
or
2
ankle
would have
sprain.
probably beat 1, but go ahead.
That's
Is Karl Malone on 2?
Listen,
no, he on one.
he on one.
I think he's
Come
on
man.
both.
He's just.
Barkley on 2?
You sure? But then you got a watered down Barkley.
Man, coach.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't even know why.
No,
you
2
still
was in the World Championships 2 years
I
later.
don't even know why you even entertaining this.
He
conversation.
is saying 1 because Mike on the
He
team.
mentioned Sean Kemp,
Oh,
who
please. Ate himself out of the league.
once he left.
No, I ain't talking about like Jalen Rose said.
Once he left Gary Payton.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joe, I'm gonna say like Jalen said. I ain't talking about Orlando Sean Kemp. I'm talking about Seattle Sean
He
Kemp.
talking about Orlando.
No.
he
No,
talking
in
about Orlando.
'94 he was still in Seattle.
How you eat yourself out of the league?
Oh, I could see it being done.
Listen, that fool good.
What?
That fool good out
I
there.
can definitely see it being
It
done.
can be done. Give me $1 million.
And I think
Did you look-
think he was a drinker.
Look back at some of them Olympic teams now. Some good ones now. Back in the day, a little bit before y'all time, they had some good Olympic teams. It was some. It was
they were having
it was
college
stars
guys.
to be. They just was college guys.
college guys.
But they were stars to be. And see, for the longest, we was holding our own and winning that thing.
Yeah.
And then it
And
got
Russia popped us.
Yep, got tilted.
Who's the coach on that Russian team? I give you a hint.
Alexandra Potekov.
No, I'm sorry. The coach for the USA. They have a defensive player of the year award named after him. They real big in the state of Oklahoma. It's over your head.
You just gonna disrespect me like that?
I forget.
The Bob Jones
Who was it?
The Ibbers, Hank.
Oh,
Iber.
Hank Iber. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a big name in basketball.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
he's a coach.
But I remember Doug Collins being on that team, and
Mike Banton, Doug Collins.
that was the worst. They must have replayed that ending 2 or 3 times.
Oh yeah, they brought him out from the locker room
Yeah.
to replay it.
Yeah, I seen a little documentary on it.
It's
I
the
seen a
worst.
little.
It's the worst thing I ever.
I saw
seen.
one of the dudes say he has it in his will that none of his descendants are ever to accept that silver medal.
Really?
Dead serious.
Wow.
I think Mike Banton
Wow.
was Stu Jackson.
Oh, that thing was a hurting thing because at that,
He
to
got
that
it in his
point,
will, Reed.
you think we dominate now? We was dominating then, but
Yeah.
with college players,
But not just dominating. I think it was just a lot more prideful too.
it was a lot more
Right.
prideful.
You know what I'm saying?
Plus,
Like it would meant
don't-
something.
A lot of people don't like the fact that we using pros, even though them other teams got pros.
They got pros
We
too.
had to though. After we lost in '88, and maybe Big John was just the wrong coach for that
It
team.
was the wrong coach for the team because he's a hell of a coach.
Man,
It just-
everybody,
And I think that team was
everybody
loaded.
using pros, man. Everybody, I mean, you.
I
These boys
think
been.
David Robinson was on that team with Kenny Anderson.
wow.
I think so.
They got smoke,
Yeah, they got beat.
gun smoke.
Let me tell you something. I like watching them other teams play in the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
How they play the style of play.
I love watching Scola play.
And
When
how they
Scola played
move
in
the
the
ball.
Olympics, I love watching
Yeah.
Louis Scola play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at least Scola
Them
was
boys
tough.
be physical.
Yeah.
Scola was
Hey,
tough.
ain't no breakaway dunks.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
gonna
They'll
nah.
grab you in a
Nah,
minute.
be.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, they-
fifth
Yeah.
row.
No, they grab you in a minute. It's a different game,
Yeah.
and we kind of, in the beginning, it take us a little while to break away from them teams.
What's crazy? Kobe was suited perfectly for it. That's why he did so well in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Kobe did always. He did well in the Olympics.
I thought it was interesting that LeBron was always, when he did get there with them
Melo
teams,
did
he was
too.
Melo
Melo did too.
He was a passer a lot.
See, Nick, y'all use
Brown
that
was a
term
passer a
walking
lot.
bucket. Melo is a walking bucket. Melo
Really?
go score anywhere he
I
goes.
was,
Where he go?
I was watching Syracuse and Georgetown the other night when he was a freshman.
Ooh,
was a
who's
good
on that
game.
team? On the Georgetown team,
Sweetney.
big boy.
Big Mike Sweetney.
Yeah, Sweetney.
Yeah, I went at Mike Sweetney.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we played him in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm yelling at the TV. My homeboy doing guard him.
Oh, you heard the whole game. Stay down, baby. Coach, you better he on the island. I'm going. Then you got Bunche. They had a 7-footer down there. Give me that! They had a 7-foot in the paint. I was like, boy, this different. This Big East basketball, this different.
Yeah.
You got to adjust in game.
So that was the. So you said who's on that Georgetown team?
Sweetney the only one I remember.
And then you had the lefty. What's the lefty name? Was Page on that team?
No, he with AI. He around that time.
Oh, yeah, he is out. Yeah, he is.
He
He
was,
is.
yeah.
He is.
They had a run that was unbelievable, though. And they only got one title out of it.
Who did?
Georgetown.
We're back in with
Big John.
With Big
yeah,
John and,
but they went to 3 straight Final Fours though.
Yeah, but one win.
well weird. But I mean, the Villanova game, they shot 78% the second half.
Unbelievable.
One miss.
8.
I kept saying it because I'm going for Georgetown. And I kept saying they're going to miss. They got to miss it eventually.
They shot 78% the second half. Reed.
Never seen nothing like it.
So I mean, John got some.
And they were a
good luck.
defensive team. Georgetown was a defense. They just couldn't
They
miss.
wouldn't miss. So they got that bad luck. Then Freddie Brown threw the ball to Worthy with Mike hit the
Turnover.
So you talking about 2 plays? He could have won 3 in a row, but that's what
that's
made that tournament awesome.
And Ewan was so nasty then in
Yeah.
the Big East. Them
Big
games
Pat.
was wars, boy.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. What Olympics that was where they had them Reebok jumpers, the Dream Team. Was that the first Dream Team? Where Mike was sponsored by Nike and he had to cover it up with the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that moment for the Olympics. They made a big hoopla out of it. It wasn't. Mike still was a team player. Wore the jumper, just covered it up with the United States flag, and the rest is history.
Yeah. I'll never forget when they took hostage at the Olympics. I think it was 76.
I gotta look that up. That's different.
Yeah, I think it was 76. They took hostage, and I never forget seeing the dude.
And then they boycotted in 80.
Yeah, they was showing the village, and you would see dudes standing out with
the
rifles,
guns.
and they had ski masks
Yeah.
on, with the eyes out. And they were like, a couple of them had got killed. I think it was some Israelis got killed.
Think you got
athletes,
problems.
weightlifters.
Look out your window and see somebody coming to get you.
Oh my God,
Like it's a purge.
bruh.
I'd rather close it. Open it.
Right.
I never forget that scene. I never forget it coming on ABC.
Yeah.
And the announcer was talking about it, and it was like, and they kind of halted the Olympics. And then it was a little bit of controversy because once they got them, they ended up kicking. I think they had asked for a plane and everything.
Wow.
And they ended up killing them on the tarmac. I'm not positive. And then they halted the game for a few. Then it was big controversy because they started the games back up and kept it
They
going.
were roofing this in them 70s.
Yes, sir.
Rough.
Yes, sir. Look that one up. I think it's 76 Olympic, but I remember watching it when I was a kid, watching it on TV, being, horrified at it, and saying, man, you ain't supposed to use the Olympics for this. But they was using it because they had the world watching.
I'll never forget the first time I became like cognizant of who the president was or whatever. Oh, my brother. So somebody tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan, maybe in 80 or something.
Hinckley.
That was the name?
John
They got-
Hinckley.
So I guess like in 84, 85 or something, they was talking about it and the guy came up for parole or something. First time I had ever heard the word assassinated. Didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
So my brother was like, "Man, trying to assassinate the president." So it sounded like he was like getting away with cursing.
Yeah.
So for like 6 months, I walked around talking about somebody getting assassinated. I was like,
Didn't go look it up. He ain't go grab the Webster Dictionary,
No.
coach. He just say
everything
gonna
was
use it.
assassinated.
Everything
What you
assassinated.
finna do? Boy, I'm finna go assassinate this honey bun, boy. But
That sounds like something that. When listen, Mario was watching the news. Lamar, he was probably like 6. Somebody got fired. One of the coaches, I forget who it was. They was like, such and such, breaking news, such and such gets fired. He told my daddy, why they burnt them up?
burn my contract.
I said, son, they didn't burn him. You know what I mean?
And I just remember, because I think it happened in 80, but when they did the story, it was like 83 or 84. And they replayed it in slow motion. Like, you could see him walking up and Hinckley shoot him or whatever.
Yeah.
My brother like, damn, they tried to assassinate the president. I'm all at the corner store to get some Oreos. I'm about to assassinate this kid. That was my word for about 6 months. I thought I was getting away with the curse word, assassinate.
Hey, we assassinated today's show. Once again, when 99 ain't good enough, don't forget to hit the like button, thumbs up button. Again, we want to hear
And if y'all want to see White Nick on camera, I implore you, just leave it in the comments. We'll see it. We'll get White Nick on camera.
We're going to have Nick on the back scene where we just check what we got going on. We talking, because a lot of time we talking off the dome, like
Right.
the 90s rap freestyle.
Right.
Evolution of music. Put me in the booth. I get off the mic. I do my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, 99 out. Well, we keep it
100.